Would you care to make a deposit?
Think we'll ever have peace in Cyrodiil?
I hope not. Strife keeps our culture strong.
Huh. Ever served on the front lines?
By the three, no. That's for lowborn like you. No offense.
If you have a letter from the Forge Mother, then you've come to the right place. And we don't even care that you're one of those Nord-loving, lizard-liking, preening like a dark elf, card-carrying members of the Ebonheart Pact. No offense. And here I am, all the way from the icy nethers of Hrothgar, to officially welcome you and transport you to Orsinium. Of course, I'm also supposed to make sure you're willing to do a little hard work. There's no room for shirkers on my wagon. I sent a caravan full of food and supplies to Orsinium. Once there, everything will be distributed to the outlying clans to help them make it through the winter. The caravan's slow. I want you to catch up with it and see it safely to the city. The caravan should have just entered Hrothgar territory. I can take you as far as the entry gates, but you'll have to make it from there on your own. This is important. If those supplies don't reach the city, the smaller clans don't stand a chance.
What's your opinion of the Fighters Guild soldiers?
I've never had a problem with them.
You don't regard them as upstart amateurs?
What are you doing? We can't let Chief Bosrog deal with the Winterbourne by
I didn't
himself.
come all this way to die, Elf. That isn't what I signed up for.
Damn it! Where are all these Winterbourne marauders coming from? Anyone see where the chief and his warriors went? Anyone?
All I see is death and Iceheart's damn Winterbourne. A whole lot of Winterbourne.
Did Orsinium send you? Are you part of the reinforcements? The Winterbourne came out of nowhere. It happened so fast. They took our cargo into the hills and the orc peasants chased them. That's when Chief Bosrog and his warriors arrived. Our caravan was heading for Orsinium, the new orc city, when the Winterbourne landed on the wagons like flesh flies on skeever pie. The orc peasants refused to let their supplies be taken, so they chased the marauders into the hills. In case you haven't noticed, these cracked acorns aren't worth their weight in bloodberry pudding. Besides, before we could rally our forces, Chief Bosrog and his orc warriors arrived. He told us to wait here and then went after the marauders. I knew I liked you the moment I saw you. Chief Bosrog is big and mean and looks like he can fight. But there are an awful lot of marauders. Iceheart's Winterbourne won't stop until Bosrog and all the orc peasants are dead. You better hurry. I will. Eventually. Maybe. I mean, look around. These people are injured. What happens if the Winterbourne come back? Someone has to protect them, keep them from being picked off one by one. Anyway, I'll keep them safe while you help Chief Barsrog.
Keep your heads down and don't move! Chief Barsrog will be back for the rest of us as soon as he can!
We found them! Leave no orc alive!
Somebody help us! Please! There's more of them! Watch out! There are still some of us hiding in the cave near the waterfall. You have to help them too. Thanks for the help. We'll head back to the caravan now. It was stupid to come out here on our own anyway.
I saw what you did out there. Thanks for helping the clan orcs. The ones in here? I think it's too late to help them. Iceheart. Yes, I'm with Basrog. We were out on patrol when we saw the Winterbourne attack the caravan. By the time we reached the wagons, the marauders had already stolen the supplies, and a group of orc peasants were trying to chase them down. Stupid peasants. You're Fawn Iceheart. He's the most powerful of the Winterbourne warlords that have been raiding Hrothgar the past few years. Since he arrived from the Reach, the attacks have gotten worse. Iceheart is strong, ambitious, and extremely dangerous. I like your courage, but I don't think you'll get to test it today. If Iceheart was still around, we'd be frozen solid by now. My guess? He got what he wanted and hightailed it out of here. A shame, really. The outlying clans need those supplies. Enough food and supplies to get the outlying clans through the winter. Without those supplies, the clans are going to starve. Chief Basrog went to track down the marauders and find the supplies. If he fails, I don't know what we're going to do. Search the area and see if you can find anything that even hints as to where the marauders disappeared to. If you happen to pick up their trail, find Chief Basrog. He'll know what to do. Leave no stone unturned. Anything you uncover could prove useful.
Where did you take our supplies? I'll kill Winterbourne every second until you tell me what I want to know. This is the last of the supplies. Let's get these right out of it. Don't even think it! These supplies belong to the Winterbourne now! Don't even think it! These supplies belong to the Winterbourne now! The clan peasants. Are they on their way to Orsinium?
The soldiers escorted them and the wounded outsiders. They should
You're
be
the
safe
outsider who leaped into the bear's den to fight the Winterbourne? Shan, the wood elf, mentioned you. Surprised you didn't end up all bruised and bloody like the rest of these fools. This is our home, not an amusement for your pleasure. And I appreciate that. Doesn't change the fact that I despise that you're here, though, sticking your nose in our business. The king's invitation, and what a royal bag of snakes that is. Look, you have my thanks for saving those people. As much as I hate it, I owe you a favor. But right now, I need to determine where they took the stolen supplies. Let me see that. We've been betrayed, and for gold, no less. By Malakath, I'll make sure someone pays for this. Look, I need to protect the next caravan to come through the Merchant's Gate. If you truly want to help Hrothgar, then you will help me. This note indicates that the traitor has interests in the city. I want you to track down this traitor and find our stolen shipments. The fastest way to get on my good side, and on Kurog's, is to expose the traitor and recover our supplies. I suggest you start your search in the inn. Gold and dark dealings often go hand in hand with drinking and celebrating. Don't disappoint me. I hate putting my trust in outsiders. Do everyone a favor and prove me. I'm the chief of the foreign clan, one of the oldest and strongest clans in all of Hrothgar. Kurog makes it sound like tradition is a bad thing, but by Malakath's broken tooth, tradition is the lifeblood of our culture. It's who we are. You're a long way from home, sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. Greetings, traveler. Hold a moment, won't you? I'm looking for a cave. It would be foul-smelling, likely surrounded by scattered bones and such. Have you seen such a place?
Ah, an inquisitive sort. I like it. I'm searching for a Nord beastmaster named Nikolvara. My contacts tell me... Profit, of course. Durzogs make the perfect guard animals, but they're impossible to tame. If I could train and sell just one of those beasts, I'd make a fortune. If you can acquire the whistle and figure out how it works, we'll split the profits. I'm headed to Bolgol Farm to warm up. It's not far, just over the hill. After you test the whistle, you can find me there. Good luck. Well, I leave the details to you, but I warn you, from everything I've heard, Nikolvara doesn't take kindly to visitors. She's something of a recluse, or so the locals tell me. Haven't you heard? The Orcs are building a city. If there's a better opportunity for an enterprising young businessman, well, I've never heard of it. Truth be told, my original plan involved several casks of the finest Hlalu wine, but who knew that the Orc palate was so unsophisticated? They hated this stuff, but a good businessman always has a backup plan. Yes, Durzogs. Why is that so hard to grasp? I need something that will appeal to an Orc's sensibilities. What could be better than a mangy, slobbering beast? The Orcs will pay a fortune for that.
Paid you back, and with interest? About time. Maybe he finally sold some of those trinkets.
It's a good day, friend. I've got gold in my pocket and a full mug in my hand. So what can I do for you? I don't see how that's any of your business. And if you're thinking of trying to rob me, well, think again.
I need this gold for my daughter. Now leave me be, or I'll hit you with my mug. Oh, why didn't you just say so? Being all mysterious and scaring a person half to death? So, why are you looking for Gulag? By Trinamax deformed toe, if this gold is illegal, my Shilha needs her potions. Alright, let's try this. If you forget all about what we were discussing, then I might have information that will help you. Do you agree? Right. You never heard this from me, but Gulag left here a little while ago to talk to those Khajiit traders. You know, the ones who showed up recently? And if nothing else, you should be able to smell them. He wears some kind of fancy fragrance, says it keeps the spirits docile. The Khajiit sold it to him. You ask me, it smells like a dead Hrothgar left out too long in the sun. Follow that scent and it'll lead you right to him. I ain't complaining and I ain't asking questions. I'm just glad I finally got paid.
Welcome. It gladdens my heart that you have an interest in the history of our land and its people. And you found the notice. Wonderful. Of course, the House of Orsimer glories will be even more impressive once all the exhibits have been filled. You mean as curator? That's an interesting story. I guess you could say that I'm a city orc. Born and raised in Wayrest, educated at the finest Breton academies. King Kurog and I met during his travels, and when he offered me this museum, I said yes. Oh, you mean the clan tattoo? Yes, well, I guess you could say that was a gift of sorts. I toured the various clan strongholds when I first arrived, and Chief Basrog of the Farun clan insisted that I allow his wise woman to mark me. The king wants to preserve and display the culture and history of this land. He believes that a museum is an integral component in the rebuilding of Orsinium, and the establishment of the Orsimer kingdom, and I heartily agree. Welcome. It gladdens my heart that you have an interest in the— Ha! I knew— Oh, most— I'm not. It's the Agra— You mean as curator? That's an interesting story. I appreciate your help. You wouldn't believe how much goes into getting the museum ready for visitors. Just preparing the displays was a tremendous amount of work. If you're interested, I have a lead on another piece we're seeking, Uzdabich's helm. Have you heard of the mountain called Sorrow, along the northern border of Hrothgar? According to the Berska clan's oral tradition, the helm was last seen in that area. Just be careful. The mountain and the land around it is decidedly treacherous. This one gives me chills. The helmet was worn by the legendary orc hero Uzdabik, who single-handedly slew 1001 Redguards during the Battle of Faran Pass. Little known fact, Uzdabik might have been a woman. For the time period, I'd say so. And even now, as Hrothgar struggles with the clashing cultures of city and stronghold, examples such as this go a long way toward making the king's point. Besides, a little scandal always attracts visitors.
There is some fascinating architecture here. Amazing! What?
Hello there.
Have you come for my cheese?
Where is he? There's late, and then there's this. Did you happen to see a tattooed Breton on your way here? Stupid hat, droopy mustache, carries a mage staff he doesn't know how to use. Answers to Hamelin Serpy. I hired an assistant to retrieve some ingredients from the wilderness, but he's late. Very late. I won't let his absence ruin my chances to restore the good name of Orc cuisine. The King's Hearthwife is holding a competition to celebrate Orc culture. Without my assistant, I can't finish my classic Orc recipes. Unless you'd care to make some coin. If you're interested, I can get you a list of ingredients. I'll need some rathberries and a skin of ice stream water. There should be some nearby, but watch for the wildlife. Of course. Rathberries are like sharper tasting snowberries. If you chew a mouthful, they stain your teeth the color of blood. A great intimidation tactic before battle. Or a wedding. If it's a good wedding. Normally, I'd say water is water. But I want to mix these crushed rathberries with water from the same source that nurtured them. Did I overcook the meat? Just should have taken it off the fire sooner. Wonderful! Now, to brew them for the competition, I call it my Cup of Wrath. I still have a glass from an earlier batch. You're welcome to try it. Here you are. So, what do you think? And please, be honest. If it's not ready for competition, there's still time to perfect it. I could ease back on the raspberries in the next batch. Oh! Echater milk will cut through the burning sensation. If that doesn't work, place some charcoal under your tongue for 10 minutes. But you'll lose some of the flavor. Wonderful! It should stand out in the competition. Still no sign of my assistant. Want to make some more coin? I prefer to work with people who finish the job. A drink won't win the cultural competition. I need to present a full course of traditional orc cuisine. Care to scour the land for ingredients that fight back? The next dish calls for harpy bile, some harpy brains, and sedge grass to tie it all together. Of course, I call it tundra hay because the Etchater always nibble on it. You'll want to find a patch near the open water. Those are more naturally salty. With enough sedge grass, you weave a pocket for the harpy viscera. The flavor bakes right in. Try not to get any on your boots. You'll attract Durzog.
Wait! I'm here! Oh, hold on!
Hamelin Serpy, you're late.
But... chased by a giant. I think she wanted to mate. Ugh.
Well, now your job won't interfere with your personal life. You're fired.
But... I understand.